So I thought for our team to bounce back, Tommy tried to go, he couldn't go. Guys are down, guys step up. Played a lot of guys today, and things not go exactly right. I thought it was exactly what we needed, to be quite honest. Like, I'm glad it ended up 28-10, but that was a game we had to fight for, and guys had to make plays, and got some tough calls go against us in the first half, and the guys. In fact, I think they were telling me to keep my composure. So appreciate those guys.
What kind of lift did Emmett give you in the second half?
Yeah, I think Emmett made some big time plays, making some guys miss, and then after we had the hold, block in the back of the hold, and then I got the 15-yarder. He comes out on the screen and he's pushing the O-lineman to get him going forward. And so I thought really, if you talk about crucial plays, it's that, and then it's the fourth down off tackle run by at the goal line, to go for him fourth down. So just proud of those guys. Not that Corey obviously gave us a little lift on offense with some of those speed sweeps and the reverses. And, people are really, when he's out there, people are defending us differently because of his speed and his explosiveness.
Just the overall execution on offense in the second half, when you got across onto their side of the field, what keyed it being so much different after the first 30 minutes?
It was just third downs in the first half. We were 0 for 5 in the first half on third downs, and two of them we ran it to get it to get fourth and short, because we were planning on going for it. The one we went to fourth and short, we false started. Okay, the second one, I can't remember what happened. We didn't get it right, so we just said, hey, you know what? Let's throw it for 2 downs. Let's give Dylan 2 chances, moving forward. And, again, if it's 9-0 at the half, you're kind of disappointed in your red zone offense, but it's not quite. I mean, that was what it was, and so we just made the shift at halftime. Like, all right, we're going to go for it. And I thought the play were in the red zone where Dylan found Jamal. He showed patience. He knew what was there, and made a play.
How would you characterize the mood at halftime, given that where you guys were at?
Very, very locked in. Very locked in. I think our guys last week felt a lot of pressure to win, and not that way. That's not a soft thing. Like, they just know people are counting on them to win. And this week they said, forget it. Let's just go compete. Let's just go play. And I thought guys wanted to play, and then they came out. You think about it, right? They came out and they went down the field and scored, kicked the field goal. And but I thought our guys went right back down there. So about everything that could go wrong went wrong in the first half. Emmett's touchdown gets called back. We didn't touch the guy. We didn't touch him. Did not touch him. So it wasn't about whether he's behind the line or not. They run at the guy we avoided, so we didn't touch him. So they know that they executed that play and it gets called back. And so obviously that some guys could be frustrated, when they know, man, we can't do anything right. But I thought the guys responded, and I was really proud. So that, again, that's what I said to them at halftime. This is exactly the type of game we need. We needed to go out there and win the game at the very end of the game. And again, that's about halfway through the fourth quarter. That game was won.
With the kicking game, was there a specific distance that you felt good about sending John Rhule out at it? And what did you see on those misses and blocks?
Yeah, the first one he missed, right? Just missed. He's about 50-50 from the 15-yard line. But he's also about 50-50 from the 45-yard line. He's a young developing kicker who's got a big leg and had a great week of practice. He just missed that first one. The second two are just bad snaps. Those balls are in the ground. Right? So you can't put those on. Those weren't like blocks per se where we're not protecting. Those were bad snaps. The first one we had one snapper in, then we made the change with the other snapper. It's a bad snap. So all of those guys, and as I said down the stretch, man, they got to come out of their head. They got to start playing from right here with passion and belief in themselves. That sounds corny, but it's not. And even the extra points at the end, all of a sudden we had good snaps. And so we are. It might not be for everybody, but we are just a growing team. We're just growing. All right. So people can spend all their time trying to think what we're not. I choose to see what we are. We're getting a little bit better in different areas. We went on the road after a devastating performance. A devastating loss last week, and we found a way to win. And I couldn't be prouder. It wasn't the best football. We have a lot to fix, but I'm proud of the heart of that team.
It was so. Just to be clear, one of the snaps was one guy, and the other was the other guy.
I believe so. Yeah. If I'm wrong, sometimes you guys are more right than me, but we made the switch. I thought the first was Flaggy, and the second one was Wataki.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true. I thought so. Yeah.
Matt, what about your run defense? What were your thoughts on how they stepped up and slowed down what Purdue was trying to do?
I thought the boys came out to play. There was a little bit like that one drive. There was a little bit of leaky first down. So they were in the 2nd and 5, and allowing them to continue to play. I thought what was really great on defense today was when Tommy couldn't quite go. He came up. We thought he was going to be able to go. He warmed up. We thought maybe he could go, and just still not quite there yet. So all right, we turned to Sierra. Sierra gets banged up, Jeremiah goes in. We're out there at times in crucial downs. Then we got Jeremiah out there, we got Mario Buford out there. I thought they played pretty well. You know, Willis McGahee, that's a big play, so there's a lot of, you know, young players contributing, you know, in that. But that allows you, because Tony can trust those guys in the back, it allows them to, you know, play the run and put guys up there in the box. And I thought, you know, we didn't give up any big ones. I think Maccabee's a heck of a player. And that number 45 is a heck of a player, and that's a well-coached O-line. They run outside zone as well as anybody, 250 yards or whatever it was, 240, whatever it was, 260 last week. So, you know, first, I don't know what they finished with rushing, but I thought our guys
50.
did pretty well. 50. So I thought our guys did pretty well.
It's not just this game, but there's been, you know, quite a few penalties in a lot of Big Ten games. From your thought process, is there a conversation that, like, they need to have, the league needs to have with teams about blocking on the perimeter or covering receivers, or, and then what did they tell you at the end about your penalty?
Yeah, I got a flag. I threw my headset. Now I was on the white, so I was under the impression I'm on the white I could throw my headset. He said, the referee said I looked at him, so he knew I was, you know, I was upset. But obviously he didn't throw the flag, so I was just mad, you know. So I'm not here to complain about officials. I'll turn them in. I'll get the responses on Monday or Sunday. You know, I think we had a tough go over last week, and you know what? Here's what I know: someone's going to have to start to fight for Nebraska. All right, so I'm here to fight for Nebraska. So Troy, you know, Troy does, our AD will fight for Nebraska in that way, but. You know, I wanted the fellows to see me out there fighting for them today, and so now, you know, I think that's my third penalty ever. So you know, I got one in the NFL because I was in the white. The guy ran me over. I think I got one when we got a blindside block at Oklahoma State. There's not been many, right? So I don't speak disrespectfully to the officials and all that, but I did throw my headset, and but I thought I was okay because I was in the white. That being said, it's a penalty, called a penalty, and Emmett went ahead and made me right. So I felt bad. I don't want to affect the game in that regard, but. You know, penalties are penalties. I just, you know, we're not an undisciplined team. You know, we're doing things right. We're doing high level things. We're getting, you know, I get called. I'm going to stand up for it. But again, that's a hard job. I'm not here to. That's a hard job. I can't imagine how hard that is. I respect the men who do it. So.
Last one.
Maybe you're on the pregame scene with the Oklahoma drill where you were running your team kind of through a live drill. What was your thought? I mean, you were out there leading them in front of everybody, kind of hitting full contact hitting. What was the thought of that?
No thought.
I mean, is that something you have done before?
Yeah, well, we did it way back when, but I was just excited to go. Today was about us. You know, today was about us coming out to compete, and I wanted to see the guys come out and fly around and compete. So I just called a couple guys out, and you know, they were ready for it.
One of those guys was Garrett Weaver. He's the guy that was the lead blocker on that fourth down. I don't know if you've seen that play, but what he basically took out their two best defenders.
Yeah, they really. That's awesome. And we ran that play in the middle of the week, and he hit Marquise Buford. Marquise made the tackle, good on good, and we showed it in front of the whole team. So that makes me so happy if that's true, because you know, Barrett's one of those kids. I mean, I wish I could, you know, I wish I could expound, but when I expound, sometimes it turns into all these other narratives. So I'll just say this: he's one of those guys who, like, there's this, as they grow, they go from trying to do everything right to trying to kick someone's tail in the right way. And along the way, they have to block out all the noise of everyone telling them what they're doing wrong. And just, so Barrett's someone who tries to do everything right, and hopefully it sounds like that's a day one training camp play. Like, we tried Carter over the top. We try, you know, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, in all seriousness, like, if you look at the level of creativity, and again, we're not perfect yet. Like, we're so young and things are different. You know, like, no one's asked me about Gunner. I love that. And none of you guys asked me about Gunner. We went with our third string left tackle on the road against Purdue and played with a third string left tackle. I'm fired up for him because I didn't notice him. And I'm not saying that in a negative way towards you guys. I didn't notice him. I just kind of was out there. Like, I never said, like, hey, Sept, chip him. So, like, I'm proud of the young guys, right? Like, we handed the ball off to Carter Nelson on the 1 yard line to go over the top. Didn't quite go in, but, like, you know, we just trying to trust in the guys. And you're going to wake up someday and all those young guys are going to be out there for me. Ja'Cory, they're flying around. And so I'm fired up about that. But I think Gunner played pretty well. That's a big storyline because when they moved forward with edge rusher. When they did that pregame, I was like, damn, that's a good move by them. That's right.
Any update on